Woo! Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoy. Don't XY. Just check out the channel. And whew, I just ran in here because my son is in the room. We got in late. I mean, I had a long day at work. Then I had to go pick him up. So bear with me. I'm about 15 minutes late, but let's start this correctly. Tonight, as you've seen the topic, if you're just tuning us in or you're watching this later, we're going to discuss poor versus broke. And it's 0 people here right now, but I'm going to go ahead with this because this is part of VlogMas 2020. And every night, every day, I'm making a video. You guys know Mondays are Money Talk Mondays, and Wednesdays we're going to talk about single man's dating. So shout out to the 7 people in the building already. CP, what's going on? CPS or CSP? Oh, whoever's here, let me know where you guys are from. We're going to go straight into this video. I don't normally agree with everything Dave Ramsey says, but sometimes he does say stuff that makes sense. Dog Nuts, what's going on, man? So let's get to this video's first video. That's gonna all right, let's go. Let's turn this up. Turn this up a little bit. All right. Let's get to this first video.
So poverty, or to be poor, is caused by 3 possible things, and really only 3 possible things. One is you have the unfortunate situation to be born in an area of the world where the political climate is corrupt, unstable, and economic activity is almost zilch.
That's one reason.
There is no economy for you to participate in because your government is so horrible. And or other reasons, we call these third world countries.
Mm-hmm.
That's a valid reason for poverty. And obviously, it's no fault of the person that's living in that situation that's in poverty.
That's the point.
The second reason it's no fault of the person that is poor or in poverty is when other people oppress the poor. That's a biblical term. You don't hear that much anymore. To be oppressed, to be put down, to be taken advantage of.
Facts.
And you see that in developing countries as well as, a thriving economy like the United States. There's plenty of, you go in the poor area of town, you will see the businesses that feed on the poor.
Liquor stores, check cashing, please.
Cashing, title pawn, rent to own, payday lenders. You don't see these in the rich end of town because rich people eat dirt before they do that stuff. They're not going to do that because they know how detrimental it is and how short-term thinking it is. But these businesses are parasites that take advantage of the poor and further poverty along. The third reason people are poor is stupid decisions. When I went broke, it wasn't because anybody oppressed me. It's because I was stupid.
Now, I wanted to play that. I wanted to start off with that just in case you're coming in late or just in case you're watching this video later. I wanted to say that because, listen, we're at a point now where a lot of people make excuses. A lot of people give justifications, or they feel as though they're justified for not succeeding. And it's apparent that we're not going to get any help from anybody that's supposed to be helping, whether it's the government, whether it's your president, whether it's your mayor, whether it's whoever. You're not going to get any help from them. And at this point, I'm convinced that what they're trying to do, just my opinion, what they're trying to do is just take everyone down to the bare minimum so they can start all over and everybody has to go against the grain. But check this out. You can change all that because perception, I said on one of my posts, perception is reality, not the other way around, or not the other way around. Perception is reality. Reality is not perception. What you perceive life to be is going to be that way. You know, like if you forget making bad decisions, if you're poor, if you're broke now, but you have the desire to educate yourself, which is all free, and education is not just in books, it's not just listening to a mentor. Education is actually an interaction with life. If you're willing to educate yourself about how to improve, you're only going to be broke for a temporary time. But if you're making poor decisions as far as you just don't want to educate yourself to get out of the situation you're in, or you're expecting somebody else to help you, then you're going to be poor forever. And I think nowadays people just make the excuse that they're in poverty, that now they're poor. Most people, I'm not going to keep explaining my story. A lot of people know my story. If you haven't seen the beginning video, you can make it out of whatever situation you're in. And I feel as though on this Money Talk Mondays, we should, not only talk about the problem, but try to see if people can develop a solution. Now, I've seen this one video. Now, this one video I'm going to show you, I'm going to link this in the description when I finish. I'm going to link this video that I'm going to play right now in the description. It's a longer video. You got to be willing to learn, but I can almost guarantee you, if you watch this video from the beginning to the end, and even though everybody might not fit, I just picked out one part of the video I'm going to show you guys. But even though everybody in this video might not fit into your relatability scale, I feel as though you can learn something from everybody in this video. And because the video is an hour and a half long, of course I can't play it on here, but I'm going to play a little piece of it now. And I really want you guys, if you're really trying to get out of the rat race, if you're trying to become financially free, if you want to see a way out through this hard time that everybody's going in this pandemic, if you watch this video from the start to the finish, it will definitely open your mind to a lot of stuff. So let's go to it. This video is on Lou's house page. Now I just got into all this stuff. Like, some of the people that he had up on here, I've been watching for a long time, but the fact that he had them all together, it was kind of awesome. So I just want you to hear this real quick. Let me share the screen first. You guys can't even see what I'm talking about. Here the move. It's bigger.
Of a $1 trillion company right now. A 0.5%. You're still a half a billionaire.
Wow.
You're 50,000
right here.
How important is the thoughts that you say in your mind quietly every day and the words you speak out loud every day? How important are they together, and which one is more valuable if you could only choose one? Negative thoughts but positive words? Positive thoughts but negative words? Or do they both need to be in alignment towards your mission and purpose?
Well, so I'll start with this. Your life is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. I'm going to start with that.
Can we just speak for like 24 hours on this? I love this.
Right.
Real good
your
information.
life is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. So if you said nothing but thought everything, your life is going to show up to make your thoughts true. So you have one job. You have one job in your life for you, to make what you think about life true, so that you're not wrong. You don't want to walk around wrong. You want to be right about the life you see. So you're going to work hard to produce the life that you talk about in your mind. Whether that life is no one loves me, I'm all alone. You can be in a group of people and you will think, I'm so alone. And you will feel alone, and things will show up to co-sign your loneliness.
Like, there's so many parts, and like I said, I don't even know the names for all the people, but I know some of them. Like, I watched Grant Cardone, and it's just this guy too. It's just, if you watch this whole video, this guy right here is good too. If you watch this whole video, it will open your mind, and this video will really help you to understand how you can leave from being broke to being from being poor to being broke to being well off to being financially free. And a lot of the times, people worry about what other people think a lot. But if you do, you're never gonna achieve your greatness if you worry about what everybody else thinks. Like, for example, videos like this, I don't expect to get a lot of views. And if I was a YouTuber, not saying if I was a YouTuber rather than a YouTube creator, I would be worried about putting out videos like this because it wouldn't get a lot of views. But I know that this video is going to help one person. If it doesn't help one person now, it's going to help somebody on a rewatch, or it's going to help my kids when they get older. want people to know that poor. And I even brought the definition up for you guys. Hold on a second. What's the definition? I have it here too. Actually, let me just Google it. I had it too, man. I had it right here. There you go. I'm gonna share it with you. It says, well, hopefully you guys can see. It says, contrary to popular belief, poor and broke do not mean exactly the same thing. Both involve a lack of money. However, being poor is a mindset. Being broke is only a temporary condition. You see, too many. J-Mans, what's going on, man? He said, totally looks like you got the TV and a microwave. Yep, definitely, man. This is my upstairs and whatnot. But you definitely want to make sure that you don't fall into the trap of thinking that just because you're in poverty that you're poor. Because everybody in poverty isn't poor. Because there's some doctors in poverty, there's some lawyers in poverty, there's some entrepreneurs in poverty. Poverty is just a condition that either you were born in or you find yourself in right now. It's not a long-term disease or something that you got to keep along the way. You can get in or you can get out of poverty. But the first way you can get in and out of poverty is if you change your mind to figure out where you want to be. I mean, I'm not no coach, no life coach, nothing like that. I'm just a guy who went through it and I'm trying to tell my story to inspire others to move past it, man. Like, look, I just brought, for those that just come here, I just brought a damn condo during the middle of a pandemic, bro. During the middle of a pandemic. Anything is possible, bro. Anything is possible. I got kids. I'm always at work. I'm at work with my kids. Like, it's no excuse. Every time I think of something that could be an excuse, I push past it and say, hey, I got to figure a way. Unhealthy Barber, what's up, man? He said, I buy most stuff at Walmart and the dollar store now to save money. That's awesome, man. Listen, yo, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, they make us think that you need all this stuff to do stuff you want to do. I shop, everybody knows I shop at Foreman Mills. What Foreman Mills is a discount clothing store. Foreman Mills is a discount clothing store where I live. And I still, if you want to say clothes get you to women, I've still, had some of the most amazing looking and attitude and monetary women that you will ever see shopping at Foreman Mills. If you want to say, I might not buy a Lexus that's 2020, but I got a couple cars that I own straight out. It's like I said, perception is reality. Reality is not perception, man. And I just want people to know that, man. I want a laptop job and travel around the world that's Apex. See Apex? If you put that in, if you say that and you keep saying that, you affirm yourself every single morning that this is what you want, that's gonna happen, man. And especially in this pandemic now where there's so many different jobs you could work from laptop, man. Like if you go to Andre from Love Cloths and Borders channel, he has a list of over like 150 jobs. I think it was over like 200, but he has a list of over 150 jobs that you could do from a laptop with no experience that they'll teach you. Shoot, check this out. Amazon is hiring for customer service help over the internet. You can do that from your home. I mean, Google, same thing. A lot of companies are not going back to their business, but people have to understand that you have to affirm it in your head first, because as weird as it's going to sound, if you can't see it, you'll never be able to achieve it, man. You'll never be able to achieve it. Like when I was a kid, you know how they say, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. I never had a particular thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to be successful, and I didn't want to be homeless. Those are the only two things that I wanted as a kid. I didn't want to be homeless, and I wanted to be successful. So guess what happened when I got older? Success, man. And I got my homeless. So like I don't like preaching. I don't like preaching because I don't want to feel like I don't know. I just don't like preaching. But yeah, man. If you believe it, you could definitely achieve it. And I'm telling you guys, there's 24 people in the room right now. I'm gonna play this video one more again because, like I said, this live is gonna be shown as part of VlogMas. But I think if I'm gonna put this in the description. And this video is definitely something you should watch. So can I go back here? Can I go back here? Yeah, go ahead. It's called the the seven things poor people do that the rich don't. It's like this video is very, and it's on shucks, my fault. I hope you guys can still see that. It's on Lewis Howe's page. It's on Lewis Howe's page. And this is just so much information from so many different
so that
successful
means
business
one in
people.
the market, because it's me, because I'm willing to sell it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So it's on eBay, right? If you go on eBay, right?
And like, you don't have to be, and I'm not here to promote anybody, or so I'm just showing you guys what I watch every day. I watch videos every day. It's like motivation. Like when my coworkers like are listening to music, I'm listening to music on the road, but when they all listen to music and stuff, I'm listening to people that don't look like me. People that look like me too, of course, but people that don't look like me, people that don't have the same lifestyle as me, people that maybe can't relate to, because no matter if you can relate to somebody or not, you can learn something from everybody, man. And that can get you out of that mind state of being poor, and take you from poor to broke, and to take you from broke to well off, take you from well off to financially free, and take you from financially free to rich, and then from rich to wealthy. It's man, I wish I could just show you guys it works, man. But you know, I'm from the hood, so I don't do that. Apex says you don't want a laptop jobs. That does not exist. You want a job that paid well so you can leave the financial freedom. Clarino, I'd say you can do both. You can get both. Laptop jobs do exist. Like I gave 2 examples with Amazon and Google right now. At the same token, it is easier. Well, from my experience, my personal experience, it was easier to have a career that I could continue to work at for a set amount of years until I could purchase real estate, because real estate makes it so that I can live free. Like where I live now, I live free. I don't pay rent. It's something that you can like to, but at the same token, either one works. It's all about having options, man. It's all about having options. A laptop job without a specialist makes you jobless eventually. Yeah, I mean, it could, but I think with this pandemic, I think that laptop jobs are going to be the new wave of the future, man. Like, it's going to be so many different laptop jobs that if you get fired or you get let off for one, you're going to find 10 or 12 more before the next month, because they're going to need people who know how to work the computer. They're going to need people who can have conversations, who could talk. Like, you ever call? Think about this. Just think about this. When's the last time you called your phone company to pay your bill? And let's say you wanted to speak to an operator. What's the odds of you speaking to somebody who sounds Indian, or speaking to somebody who might sound Asian? Is very possible, right? That's because the jobs already shipped out there. Now, if you got people from the States that don't have to work, listen, they don't have to go to work. They'll do it from home too. Yes, West Ra, yes. And I used to not understand. That used to sound lame to me, West Ra. As a kid, come on. I'm sure it's 28 people in the room. I'm sure as a kid, a couple things that they used to tell us always sounded lame. If you believe it, you can achieve it. That sounded lame. Don't do drugs. That sounded lame. But now as we get older, this stuff start making sense. It started making sense. And like, putting this stuff out here so that we as women, as men, can all have a conversation about it is going to better the people in the future that come behind us, man, and ourselves. He said he makes $120K a year and he can travel 7 times a year, but he'd rather live in foreign countries. Apex, it's a tough feeling, Apex, because everybody knows I work at FedEx, right? Now FedEx is a job where I drive trucks and I gotta be in the actual office per se, and I gotta go to a thing. I got 7 more years before I can retire. I did a 25-year plan. But now that I got this place in Miami, I can't just get up and go all the time because I'm stuck at work. So Apex, I fully understand what you're saying with that, man. But as Clarino said earlier, if I were you, I would stick with that job long enough to build myself some assets that can produce me passive income, and then use that passive income to achieve financial freedom, and then use that financial freedom to then go live where I want, do what I want, live in foreign countries, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing: if you got let's say you have an apartment, right, and you're making let's say you're just making $800 a month, right? If you're making $800 a month, right, and you're paying, and you have a place to stay. Maybe you live in the basement. Maybe you can live in the basement if you want, and the basement is decked out, right? And you making $800 a month. You then can take that $800 a month and go live in Colombia. You can take that $800 a month and go live in Brazil and live like a king. And that's why it's a, you know, I see a lot of people with me personally. I want to know you can do both. You can do both. You can do the option for laptop lifestyle, or you can do that. The issue I understand what Clarino is saying with the laptop lifestyle is that once you get a certain age, and you might want to stop working. You might want to have passive income, and the laptop lifestyle is going to make it a little bit harder because you don't unless it has a 401k or it has a pension wherever you're working. Having a laptop lifestyle is, I'm still saying it's possible, but it's going to make it a little bit harder when you get to your 40s or maybe your 50s or 60s, and you might not want to work as much, but you want to still live that same lifestyle. So you have to speak. Yes, and it was weird. It was weird to me because like even this I don't do, but I understand it. When they said you should write it down, right, and wherever you laying at in your bed, you should put it on a wall, like right above, right in front of you. Right in front of you, you should put it on your wall. So whenever you wake up, it's one of the first things you see. Whatever affirmations that you have, make it the number one. Make it as big as you can and put it on the wall. And I used to hear these speakers say this stuff, and I was like, oh, this is lame. Who does something like that? But then after a while, I really understood it works, man. Like I didn't do it, but I really understood it works because every time I woke up, I thought, all right, yo, I'm about to get another place. Yo, I'm gonna be financially free. Man, I'm about to save some money. I'm about to pay this credit card down. All these affirmations work for me. And that's just me repeating it every day in the morning. If I save money I make from a laptop job and buy properties, then I can do both. Fact. Colombia is very cheap. If I make $18 an hour, I can save it up. And that's the thing, like with the prices of houses getting so expensive, it's going to be tough. But if you can get in, whenever you can get in, it's going to be best, man. Like I said, duplex. All you really need is one. And nobody ever says that. All you really need is one cash flowing duplex that cash flows $600 a month. You just need one. If you have two that cash flow just $600, let me tell you why. Because you can live in Colombia. I say Colombia, but you can still do the same thing in Brazil. You could do it in the DR also, but for me, it'd be Colombia, Brazil, maybe Costa Rica. Because make Colombia, Brazil, because Costa Rica is kind of expensive. You can live paying rent $500 a month and then make $18 a month and just do laptop. It's so possible. We all know. We travelers, man. Thug, what up, man? Walmart, I get $30 jeans, $5. That's dope. That's dope. You can't go wrong. I don't even buy clothes that often. Unless I'm going on a trip because I do YouTube and my YouTube, the money I get from YouTube pays like other bills. So I do when I'm going on a trip because fresh. I like to have an appearance when I go on trips. But yeah, I definitely don't even buy that much clothes because you don't even need that, man. Like you know who's going outside as much. You know what I mean? K Hampton, what up, man? I hear you, man. I see you. Apex said a lifestyle. Apex travel, a lifestyle-friendly a laptop lifestyle and travel 7 times a year won't help you unless you're filing taxes and traveling much. Put yourself that. I don't know. Might put yourself in debt for taxes because 12 minus 107. I don't know. I don't know how that works, man. I don't know how that works. But one thing I do know is that the income on what you make as an employee is going to be taxed at a way higher rate than if you get passive income from your crib. So that $600 a month, you'll be able to write that off. You'll be able to write that off one way or another. You'll be able to write that off. So I would definitely suggest that if you don't want to be poor, you got to change your mind state first. You got to change your mind state first because you can if you got a lot of money but you're going out and buying stuff that you can't afford and you live in like a check to check life, you're gonna be poor forever. It's okay to be broke. It's not okay to be poor. Spending money in foreign countries won't help you. But here's the thing about spending money in foreign countries, Clarino. I think when he spends money in foreign countries, it helps him get more acquainted with that country, so that when he moves there, he'll know how to move without spending a lot of money. Which I understand. I understand that as a traveler myself. I understand that. So, like I said, at the same token, if you spend all your money on travel, and this is where I kind of break with a lot of travelers, and I don't, I don't want to like whatever works for other people works for other people. But this is where I break with a lot of travelers at. I don't want to just travel and not have enough money to live the lifestyle that I want to live. So right now, if I was to quit my job and I was just to live off my income from my houses that I have, I could travel the world forever and give my kids a little bit. I could travel the world forever. But like Clarino said earlier, I'm building my financial freedom. I'm building to my financial freedom number because I want to hit a certain number, and I want my kids to have stuff. And you can't really do that for me, I would say I wouldn't be able to do that so freely if I was just traveling all the time. I learned to write it down from Badu back in the day. Also record yourself. Listen, that actually works. Subconscious. Yeah, that's fact. That's a fact. TN, what's going on? Spending money on jeans ain't a bad thing, especially if you live in a cold area. Good quality clothes last. That's a fact, TN. Like I said, you don't have to be nickel. I don't believe in complete fire movement, because the fire movement, financially independent, retire early, they be so budget wise, you're not even enjoying your life. You got to enjoy your life. So yes, buying some clothes and stuff like that definitely works. You got to keep warm. Yeah, definitely. In most places that are cold, if you live in a place where it gets cold, you probably make more money. Apex, Branch Forex. Okay. I live in the wildest dreams. Yo, Wes, man. I got if you got a page, let us know, man. You check out the page, man. But yo, man, I believe it. I definitely believe it. I'll be living in the country, not traveling. Yeah, that's definitely understood. Once you build your passive income, and the most important thing, and this is where I feel, my opinion, all the stuff is my opinion, guys, and ladies. This is where I feel as though a lot of travelers mess up. They go internationally and they become expats, but they don't have any income coming in from within the states. And now I think that is a bad long-term plan. I'm not saying it doesn't work for some people, because it does. But in my thoughts, we have the power as United States citizens. I don't know if everybody's black, so I say as United States citizens, we have the power to live in a place where we can make a lot of money, that the money goes far everywhere else. So if I leave the country, I have to make sure that I have an income coming from within the country to the country I'm at, because otherwise I'm just wasting the fact that I'm a United States citizen and I can make all this money. There are people killing themselves. There are people going on boats from Haiti, from Colombia, from Cuba, from Dominican Republic. There are people going on stuff just to become a United States citizen because of the power that those United States citizens have. Now, just giving that up and going to be an expat without bringing money, without having money that's coming from the States, I personally don't think that's the best idea, but it does work for some people. It does work. Tim Clark, what up, man? TC from LA. Oh, man. Oh, you got it, Tim. You got it, man. I got some more messages I have to answer on the gram, but I've been working all day. I just got home like an hour ago, so I'm gonna get some more answers on the gram. I hope you all right, Tim, because LA, yo, man, I've been watching these videos from LA, and when I tell you the government is like stuffing it to all of the people in LA, it's tough, man. They got lockdowns again, and then I seen a video. Oh, I want to show. Where's that video? I want to show you guys this video, because this video was like this. If this don't make you, and it was on CNN. If this doesn't make you if this doesn't show you that the government is not, oh, it's not CNN, it's CNBC. Sorry. If this doesn't show you that the government is not going to be here for you, and that you got this, we are in a time where you got to fend for yourself, you got to survive for yourself. To start with you. Then you gotta, then I don't know what will. I don't know what will. If this doesn't show you that, I do not know what will, because hold on, where's that? 1 second, y'all. I just seen it. I was watching it earlier. See, and I think like the United States is probably I think a lot of people in the United States are poor, and that's why the stimulus talks are probably the #1 trending thing on YouTube, because I'm going my history, because I think everybody just wants to watch it. Where's the thing at? Hold up. Here we go. Right here. Watch this. It's right here. Listen to this.
Tell me that this is dangerous. But right next to me, as a slap in my face.
Upset, frustrated, and fed up, the owner of Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill, Angela Marsden, couldn't believe what she saw next to her shut-down patio today.
Losing everything. Everything I own is being taken away from me. And they set up a movie company right next to my outdoor patio.
Because of recent LA County health orders, Marsden was forced to shut down her outdoor dining patio, which she says she spent close to $80,000 building and making COVID compliant. So she was furious to find the city would allow a video production company to put up the same outdoor dining setup for its crew.
You can't eat here, but you can walk in the same parking lot 15 feet, and you can eat al fresco if you're on a movie set, because I guess COVID doesn't go over there, right?
Under the county's guidelines, video and music production is deemed essential. Many production crews also test employees frequently.
Listen, man. Yo, we're living in some times now, man. You got, like, you can't afford, before you probably could, like in the 90s and 2000s, even 2010, you could afford to be unfinancially educated. You could afford to be lackadaisical when it came to achieving something. But you can't afford that right now, man. And you can't afford to sit on your butt and be poor, man. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you're going through right now. If you're going through the worst right now, you don't have no job. You don't have no no trade, no skills. None of that matters right now, because you can still go out and find a way to get work, man. You can still find a way to do it, because if you don't, it's going to get real nasty, man. And I just can't, man. Listen, I wish I would have been. It would have been nice to go to LA before all this happened. That's one of the places I haven't been. I've been to a lot of places around the United States. I just came back from Houston, and I've been to San Francisco. I got family in the Bay Area, in Vallejo. So, like, I've been there, but listen, man, it's crazy, man. Hold up. Let me read some of these comments, because I messed up. I'm sorry. So I forgot to mention I got a condo. Oh, that's dope. That is dope, man. He says, if anybody need a place in Chicago, let him know. $950 a month. Okay. Hey, listen. Hey, if you in Chicago right here, maybe he might even let you if you coming in, he might work something out with an Airbnb or something, right? Peace for room in Miami. Peaceful room in Miami. What's going on, YK? If I can go back 15 years from now, all my travel expenses, I will buy U.S. and government. No, I mean, I understand, but I wouldn't change a thing. I want all the experiences I have. Yes, a vision board is very good, Tim Clark. It helps you see. Like me personally, I'm imagine. I have a lot of imagination. That's why my videos come out so edited and so stuff. Because my imagination is wild, so I can actually envision everything without writing it down. But some people do actually physically need to see it, so a vision board is perfect for that. Yeah, you have to have money. Facts. That's the big facts, man. Bree Mac in the building, flying to EWR Thursday. Dang, and you flying to EWR Thursday? I'm going to Miami on Friday, man. Right after work. Ticket was $40, bro. My round trip ticket from Miami, from EWR to Miami, is $40. Them prices is amazing, and I'm going to do some touring around there. Apex, what up? West Ave says, I live in LA. Yo, Wes, I don't know how you do it, man. Like I said, I just don't know how you do it, man, because I'm hearing the craziest stuff over there. I love Brother Flyboy going public with that. Yeah, man. I'm going to eventually invest in some more stocks because I think stocks are really going to go up next year. I can't see them going down because I don't think the effect of the pandemic is going to be as big as it was in the past because now people are so tired about being locked up. They're willing to go out and be free now. Everybody, all the people on the news, which I don't like because people on the news have like a platform that we don't have. But now the news anchors, matter of fact, let me show you right here. Listen, I'll be watching CNN, bro. I'll be watching all this stuff. And now it's getting to the point where even the news anchors are going at each other because it's just not common sense. Let me show you what happened on CNN the other I want to keep that one on. What happened on CNBC the other day. And this stuff is good, man, because it's a lot of people going, and this is what this is what I like because before, like our message for our layman term message wasn't getting out there, but now, oh man, hold up, I think it was Rick Santinelli or something like that. Let me see, and I just watched it the other day. Where is it at? Let me see. Let's see. Heated debate. I already know it was this guy or somebody else. And Rick said, Rick. Where's that? I probably could Google it too. All right, let me Google it. Hold up. Because with 40 people in the room, I hope you guys hitting that like button. Heated debate on CNBC over closing. Yeah, right here.
Rick, I just wanted to just highlight something that
it's not just us anymore, man. It's not just us anymore that's having the stuff.
COVID cases, and we're seeing maybe stimulus, but we're seeing calls for not necessarily closing things down, but certainly there are some calls to closing down, except for the politicians themselves. But for their constituents, they're talking about they need to be much more careful. We're hearing, right?
Yes, no, believe me, I believe in careful. And when I point out governors cheating, it's not for the hypocrisy which exists. It's the fact that I think many of these governors are intelligent people and they love their families, which they've taken out into restaurants. Therefore, there is actually and should be an ongoing debate as to why a parking lot for a big box store like by my house is jam-packed, not one parking spot open. Why are those people any safer than a restaurant with plexiglass? I just don't get it. And I think there's a million of these questions that could be asked. And I think it's really sad.
See,
that when
this is one of the first times people ask me.
All the discussions we've had about job losses, that particular dynamic isn't studied more, isn't worked more. We don't put more people in a room and try to figure out ways so that these service sector employees and employers could all come back in a safer way. You can't tell me that shutting down, which is the easiest answer, is necessarily the only answer.
Rick, I just as a public health and public service announcement for the audience, the difference between a big box retailer.
Who is this?
Hold on. The difference between it's Andrew. The difference between a big box retailer. Hold on. The difference between a big box retailer and a restaurant, or frankly, even a church, are so different. It's unbelievable. Going into a big box retailer,
I disagree.
You're wearing
You can have your thoughts and I can have mine.
You're required to wear a mask.
I disagree.
It's science. I'm sorry. It's science. If you're wearing a mask, it's a different story.
500 people at a Lowe's aren't any safer than 150 people
it's
in a
common
restaurant
sense.
600. I don't believe it. Sorry. Don't believe
Okay.
it. And I live in an area where there's a lot of restaurants that have fought back and they don't have any problems. And they're open.
Okay. You don't have to believe it. But let me just say this. You're doing a disservice to the viewer because the viewers need to understand it.
You are doing a disservice to the viewer. You are.
Listen, y'all.
I'm sorry.
I can't make this up.
I'd like to keep our viewers as healthy.
Listen, I can't make this up, man. It's one thing. It's one thing when it's us people who we don't really have the monetary, or the platform to argue back the common sense method of what they're saying. But I said this in one of my last things. I'm like, yo, how is it that I can go to a supermarket where there's 1,000 people, but I can't go to a bar where there's 20 people, or 30 people, or 40 people. We said this in one of my last podcasts, on the last Money Talk Mondays we had, and this is what I'm saying. When you start seeing the people that's actually in high positions start saying that, you got to start asking this something up, man. You got to start asking this something up. I know I'm way down the list. I'm coming. I'm catching up, fellas. Let's see where I left off at. Let's see where I left off. Oh, that was it. Tim said, big facts, ready to bounce. LA ain't what it is at all. Appreciate the game you spitting, bro. It's many ways to push the culture. Yeah, definitely, man. And I hope I'm not the only one. I just, and if I don't know something, I try to push it in the fact that somebody who does. Like, I try to break things down in layman terms based on how I understand them, but then I still show the videos exactly for somebody who may know more about the specific thing. But, man, listen. Marcus Lewis, what's going on, man? He said, need to change this to Money Motivation Mondays. Wanted to give up on getting a house and traveling before, but brothers who travel give constant motivation, to keep going. Yo, basically, man, listen, the reason we travel is to escape. But once we escape, we now know that there's other options. Now, if we know that there are other options, we can come back to the States, build our income up, and go out there and build our own Wakanda, or build our own area out there where we can go when we don't feel like it. And I'm not saying everybody has to be expats. I'm just saying when you want to leave, you can leave, and you don't have to worry about not having a place. Like for me, that place in Florida I could rent it. I could make some money off of it. I can make like $300 more off of it. But I like to have the power that I can get up if New Jersey go through the lockdown that New York going through right now, because New York and LA are close, man. New York and LA are close. LA is going getting hit the worst, but I'm not too far off of thinking that Governor Cuomo will do the same thing. I'm not too going thinking he won't do the same thing. New Jersey, we're a little bit lagging behind New York. So if New Jersey gets to the point where it's at before, and I just got to go to Florida for a little bit, I want that possibility. But if international is something you want to do, that's one thing too. Bond is different. Big corporation money, they will have to pay. FedEx will not go away. U.S. Postal, you're right, bank won't go away. Okay. So here's the thing. FedEx, I don't think it's going to go away. UPS, don't think it's going to go away. Amazon's definitely not going away. Everything else, even the United Postal Service, is up in the air. Even the United Postal Service is up in the air. Banks might not all go away, but a lot of them can't break down. Because for those that don't know, I'm an 80s baby. I remember Wachovia. I don't know if you guys remember Wachovia. I remember Wells Fargo. I don't know if you guys remember Wells Fargo. I remember all these places that when banks collided, and Citibank and all that stuff had banks, now they're just online and stuff. It might get to a point where there are 2 or 3, probably 3 major banks, and every other bank is online. And if we don't prepare ourselves for the big changes that's coming, Wes says, I'm a cop that condo in Cartagena, late 2021. All right, I have to get out of here first. Yeah, Wes, all I can do is say I hope for the best for you, man, because LA is nuts, man. LA is so nuts. I'll be watching so many videos of LA, and it's nuts. But yeah, man, like, and the thing is that overseas, our money goes far. Not as far anymore as it used to in Colombia. I think the exchange is like 3.9 to 1. But if you look at Brazil right now, I think we're like 5.9 for every dollar. 5,900 reais, or 5 reais for every $1. 5.9 reais for every $1. That means that when you buy a condo, it's going to be cheaper in Brazil. But yeah, Colombia would be my choice though. Science over death. I don't know. 500 people at Lowe's wearing masks though at a restaurant or the bars. No, J-Time, that's the difference though, J-Time. The people at the malls, the people at Costco's, the people at BJ's, the people at Walmart, Not all of them wear masks. They're wearing masks when they walk around, but in those little sections where Walmart opens where you can eat food, in those sections where Costco open where you can eat food, yeah, they don't have no mask. In the restaurant, it's the same thing. They walk in the restaurant, they have masks. When they sit down to eat, they don't have masks, but they're outside. If you're telling me that inside, people could be all up on each other like that, in line right behind each other, mask or no mask, that's just so close. And, for me, though, the biggest thing is that financially is doing more damage. And nobody, matter of fact, it was a video I watched, but I don't know where it's at, so I won't point it out. Nobody is asking what damage this is doing to the kids. I think one of the videos they said, because of what's happening now with this being almost a year and a half since the kids haven't really been in school, they've been distant learning for the majority of them, there's going to be like 50% loss of doctors and lawyers in the future. There's going to be a 50% loss of engineers and scientists in the future. Because right now, all them kids that's supposed to be learning, they're not learning. It's failing them. Businesses can't come back, man. Business is not going to come back. Grandma's old. Grandma's old. If they protect grandma, everything is good. If my grandmother stays inside, she doesn't go outside. When she needs something, we bring her food. That's how it is. If she goes outside and she has to go somewhere, she wears a mask and it's going to be a drive-through place. The issue is that a lot of people, more people are going to get hurt from lockdowns and poverty and all that stuff than the people that die from here. Remember, CDC, the CDC and the World Health Organization said only 3% of people from this pass away. Only 3% of people pass away. And I'm just trying to, because the poverty levels and the fact that people are poor, the fact that people are so poor now is going to get worse. And once that poor mentality, remember, when I say poor, I mean mentality, not broke, meaning money. Because yes, people can go broke, businesses can go bankrupt, people can go broke. But what this does is it changes your mentality to make you think, oh, there's no way I can succeed. Because if I try to succeed, the government is going to shut me down. Why should I even try? This is going to develop more people who think they're poor than broke. Fresh, do you find travel? All right. Tim Clark says, Fresh, do you find your travel experience to be not as popular during COVID? No, it's live, man. I've traveled, TC. I traveled more places this year than I've ever traveled. I've traveled more places I've been to Cartagena this year. I've been to Barranquilla this year. I've been to Houston this year. I've been to Miami I've been to Miami 2 times this year. I've been to Mexico this year, and I'm talking about Playa del Carmen. I've been to so many places this year, and it's been, yes, it's been live everywhere I went, man. Everywhere I went. Yes, son? Come here, Xavier. Just trying to stay up. It's been live every place I went, man. Amazon is private owners. Not of the trucks. Not that I know of, at least. Or I don't think so, at least. Maybe it is. I don't know. Tesla is here to stay. I think Tesla is here to stay too, man. I think. Hold on a second. My son's coming in. I turn the light on, P. I think Tesla is here to stay. It might dip, but then everything is shooting up. Listen, fellas, I'm gonna look. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The stock market is not going down, not for at least 5-6 years. The stock market is not going to lower past what it is right now. It might go down and it come right back up. But if you invest now, 5 years later, 4 years later, 3 years later, 2 years later, you're going to have more money. The government has now shown they're not going to let the stock market fail for nothing. There's too much stuff involved. People pensions are involved. The state money is involved. The government money is involved. They're not going to let the stock market fail. Right now, the only thing you want to do, the only thing you should be doing is trying to figure out if you're not into buying real estate right now, the only thing you should be doing right now is trying to figure out where you're going to make the most money. Because you're going to make most money. You're going to make money anywhere you put your money in the stock market right now. They've shown us in this pandemic, there's no way they're going to ever let the stock market fail. There's no way. There's no way. West Ross said the condos under your name only. Facts clearing out. Let me see. Man, you're spot on. I remember Wachovia Bank watching. Oh, there you go. All the way back here, shucks. Let's see. Drees TV, yo. Hey, yo, make sure y'all subscribe to Drees TV, yo. He got some dope content. He just came back from Brazil. Was he come back from Brazil? Hey, Drees, well, he just came back from somewhere, either Brazil or I think Brazil. But and Panama, I think. I'm not sure. But definitely check out his channel. I was watching his live the other day. Broke due to COVID is temporary. It's not temporary. As soon as I get okay, my fault. Broke due to I should have read the whole thing. As soon as I get my money up, Colombia, here I come. Hey, Thug, man, listen. It's good that you said broke, man. It's good that you said broke, because I thought for a minute that you were gonna say poor, but yeah, being broke is a temporary thing, man. You can find a way to fix that. It's being poor, having the mentality of thinking that you can't succeed, that is crucial, man. Stock's not going down. Interesting. Yeah, man. It's not going down at all, man. 41 people in the room, man. I'm gonna play this last thing because we almost had an hour, and I want to end this. I hope you guys enjoyed this Money Talk Mondays. I'm gonna play these videos one more time, and then we're going to see, he went to Brazil. And Drees, that Brazil re-ice is what? 5.9 to 1? Listen, if I didn't already choose Colombia, I would have definitely tried to get something to Brazil at 5 to 1. And Panama, yeah, Panama. So let me play these videos one more time, and then we're gonna get up out of here. And that's good info right there, man. He said only go to Panama if you're staying on layover. Yeah, I did hear that. I think I heard from Passport Action. Shout out to Passport Action. He just hit 25,000 subscribers. But I heard from Passport Action also that Panama wasn't good right now. All right, so let's go to this right here first. I want you guys to listen to this. This lady, she said the most thing. All right.
Makes $100,000 a year. You know how much that have you read this article?
No, tell me.
The $10,000.
How important is the thoughts that you say in your mind quietly every day and the words you speak out loud every day? How important are they together, and which one is more valuable if you could only choose one? Negative thoughts but positive words? Positive thoughts but negative words? Or do they both need to be in alignment towards your mission and purpose?
Go to sleep. Bedtime.
Well, so I'll start with this. Your life is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. I'm going to start with that.
Can we just speak for like 24 hours on this? I love this.
Right. Your life is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. So if you said nothing but thought everything, your life is going to show up to make your thoughts true. So you have one job. You have one job in your life for you, to make what you think about life true, so that you're not wrong. You don't want to walk around wrong. You want to be right about the life you see. So you're going to work hard to produce the life that you talk about in your mind. Whether that life is no one loves me, I'm all alone. You can be in a group of people and you will think, I'm so alone. And you will feel alone, and things will show up to co-sign your loneliness just because you're looking for that. And so if you start with, I'm going to say the mind, like the mind is that thing. The mind is the core engine. It starts all things. It shuts all things down. When I start thinking something different, I'm like, hold on, stop. I want to think something. I shut down that behavior. I shut down that outcome. When I birth something, I birthed it in my mind. I focus on my mind. I see myself there in my mind. Before I got on with you, I was doing. Listen, I can't. I'm not one of them people that preach to you, but I'm telling you, man, listen, if you think you're poor, if you're going to always be poor. If you're broke, it's a temporary thing. A lot of people are broke right now because of what the government is doing, because of the job shutting down. But don't let what's happening now make your mind state to make you believe you're poor. Because as soon as that happens, you lost, man. And you're a winner. It's your boy FRE$H or me. All right, read this again real quick. Ain't nothing wrong with pen. All right. It's your boy FRE$H fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY.
Don't ask why. Check out the channel. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.